Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hometown Sports Corner's coverage of tonight's basketball action. Knott County Central on the road taking on Breathitt County down here in Jackson, Kentucky. Hometown Sports Corner, James Sandlin and myself, Jamie Hughes here. This is actually the JV game, final parts of it, but James and I talked, and it's such a good game, we thought we'd bring you the ending of it, brother. 42-41, Knott County down one, Breathitt with the lead in the basketball, James.
Yeah, been a good ball game back and forth all night. I expect the game here in just a few minutes to ramp up. Much anticipated matchup between the Bobcats and the Patriots.
Joseph Honeycutt, big three, just in and out for Breathitt. I agree with you, man. Of course, this has always been a good rivalry, Knott County and Breathitt. For the longest time, James, this was our district rival.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how many battles I have seen Knott County and Breathitt have in that 55th district. Seemed like they always had to play each other for a chance to go into the regional tournament as winner or runner-up. This place here, man, it's much like the Morton Combs. If this building could talk, the stories it could tell.
Oh, man, you ain't kidding. I got looking, did a little bit of research today. I know that's hard for you to believe, Jamie. Usually I do a little bit of research when I can, so give you a little bit of tidbit of information here about the Fairso Woods Coliseum here in Breathitt County, better known as the Breathitt Coliseum. And it was built in 1964. Jamie, quiz time.
Yes, sir.
In this magnificent gymnasium here in Jackson, Kentucky. Who do you think coined the phrase, "It's the Round Ball Palace"?
The Big Dipper.
Adolph Rupp.
For real?
When it opened up, Adolph Rupp came and visited, and he named it the Round Ball Palace.
James, I've said many times, I'm just amazed that when they built it, how far ahead of times it was.
I'm too.
You know, I can only imagine, because it's a beautiful gymnasium now, but with the seats behind the backboards, and a lot of them, the concessions the way they are, the way you enter into the building, it looks nothing inside like it does outside, and it's got a lot of, if you appreciate things like this as much as I do, and maybe I do too much, you got to love this gymnasium here.
You got to love it. You got to love the history of it. I mean, when you come in, you feel like an old gym. A lot like Memorial Gym in Hazard, you know. And this gym's got some Knott County ties to it, Jamie. When they open it, you know, just to give you a little bit of research, when the ribbon cut and I opened it up, First Lady Johnson, President Johnson's the one that opened the arena up, along with Bert T. Combs. Bert T. Combs, former governor of Kentucky. You know, Lois Weinberg's dad here from Knott County. Grandpa to Zach Weinberg and Jed Weinberg was down here when it opened up. And Carl D. Perkins. Got a statue on Main Street of Carl D. in Hyman. So, you know, a little bit of history. And that just goes back and forth between the history between Knott and Breathitt, man.
And again, just two old rivals. Of course, if you do your homework as far as state tournaments go, regional titles and so forth, when Breathitt came into the 14th, James, they had about a 7-year run in which they dominated the region.
Absolutely, and did some little storytelling today with an old buddy of ours, Brian Milam. Brian called, give me some history lessons as well. So if I try to take credit for all of it, it's not me. I call the mountain master, Brian Milam, when I have questions about mountain basketball. It seems like he never lets me down. I
said it when there was still a lot of the other living legends still alive. Brian's the best to ever be on the mic in Eastern Kentucky, man.
You know, that's what I told him today. I said, you know, you're the people in the mountains that you're a legend. And he goes, that depends. Am I the leg or am I the end? And I said, oh, no. I said, you know, when you go to Harlan, they talk about K. Wood Ledford and the voice of the Cats. I said, when you come to the mountains, whether you're in the 14th or 15th region, they talk about the voice of mountain basketball is Brian Milam.
Could have left 5 years into the business and worked anywhere in the country, too. We were blessed to have him as long as we did, my friend.
He told me today, forget the word out, so I'll do it now. And I'll probably make the announcement another time or two. He sent me an email Monday at 1 o'clock. Him and Buzz Baker will be at the KHSAA, and they are live streaming the draw for the state Sweet 16 this year that Brian and Dave Baker is going to be doing it, so he has to get the word out that they're going to be live streaming it, so as many people wants to tune in and catch the streaming of the Sweet 16. Mr. Brian Milam and Buzz Baker will be doing it. Two fine gentlemen, and it was fun to talk to those guys today.
We'll do our best to share that on the Facebook page for Hometown Sports and so forth, guys. Again, got about 60 of you watching right now. This is the conclusion of the JV game. Breathitt JV leading this one 46-43. James and I, of course, due to some things he couldn't help, he didn't get to join me on Sports Talk this week. So I said, James, we got to make up for it tonight. We'll do more talking.
Yeah, well, my father-in-law had to relearn to ride a horse.
Well, there you go, man. Get yourself in trouble again.
No, Toby Keith passed away this week, so it's a fine time for me to say he was as good once as he ever was.
Just because you got to marry his baby girl don't mean you still can't get in trouble.
Yeah,
we're glad he's all right.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, man, we was blessed he wasn't hurt any worse than he was. He is a fine, fine man, and I'm blessed to call my father-in-law. So hats off to him. If he hears this, I'm gonna say Misty told me to say it, but I'd be lying on that too. He's a good man.
Breathitt fouled, and they're going to walk down on the other end. Bobcats lead at 46-43 with Joseph Honeycutt. We've watched him play a ton of basketball over in Knott County. Going to the free throw line.
Absolutely.
In and out. Mama over there in the Bobcat blue hoodie, keeping stats. Bryson evidently hasn't had a chance to make it in from Lexington yet, or he'd be here. It's a big free throw there, though. He made it a two-possession game. Knott County with the basketball. Gavin Mosley will have it at the top of the key. Goes to the right side, handoff to Osborne. He takes the three, won't go. And Breathitt County comes up with a huge rebound, James.
Yeah, you're right. Breathitt County fans starting to clap with 17 seconds left here in the JV game. If you're tuning in on Hometown Sports Corner, hit that like and share button for us. I'm going to have several ways to watch it tonight. Social media, and it's WYMT's Game of the Week. And then, of course, here in just a few minutes, if you're going to be traveling out of the car, I don't suggest you watch it on Facebook, but tune in to the Killer Bee on 107.1 on the radio, or you can download the mobile app, or you can get to www.wkcb.com and listen anywhere around the world.
We're live and in color, as they like to say, on WKCB's Facebook page as well. So, again, we appreciate the relationship that we've had and continue to have with Randy Thompson. Randy, of course, James and I have said many times, just remarkable what he's done over the years for high school sports too, brother.
And nearly stolen away by Breathitt County, saved in Jaden Ambergy. Ambergy pulls up from 22 and off to the right. And so that'll about do it with 5 seconds to go. Breathitt County inbounds it to Joseph Honeycutt. And Joseph will dribble it out.
Those of you just catching our feed, remind you that was a JV basketball game. 48-43, though. Breathitt County, the home team, victorious in this one. James and I are going to talk it up a little more than normal, I guess you could say, as we do a little extended pregame with two of our top 10 Hometown Sports Corner teams, number 3 and number 6. They both have been in the top 10 from the preseason, and we know they will close it out in the top 10, no doubt. Should be an awesome, awesome varsity game.
Should be an awesome ball game. First time me and you actually get to a ball game early. We usually come packing in at the last minute due to work and family stuff going on. We make it just a few minutes early. We got to Jackson. Traffic was light, so
it's because everybody was already here.
Yeah,
I couldn't get over how many people you can see at home. Nice crowd here. But James, how about we take us a commercial break, say thanks to a few of our sponsors, and then we'll come back and talk about whatever's on your mind. We'll be back after this.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Hyman Funeral Services also provides a professional, respectful disinterment and reinterment service that would allow you to move your loved one to the beautiful Mountain Memory Gardens in Hyman, where the grave site will never go unmowed and uncared for again. Mountain Memory Gardens provides beautiful grave plots that can be reserved for every family member. Bethel Mausoleum also offers the most state-of-the-art crypts in Kentucky, should you prefer to have a final resting place other than in-ground burial. All these decisions can be made in advance too, so you can relieve your family of the burden of wondering what you would want. Give us a call today at 606-785-3133. Hyman Funeral Service offers the complete package.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader.
Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
Hicks Brothers Construction knows that times are tough and your money is hard to come by. That's why they pledge to always do the job right the first time. Specializing in backhoe work, septic systems, house seats, and road work. No job is too big or too small. Hicks Brothers Construction, a name you know you can count on. Call 606-785-4838. That's Hicks Brothers Construction.
Just want to watch the game.
That turned on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Addiction is a disorder. We treat and we manage addiction like any other disorder. The issue touched me when I start seeing more and more young families fighting addiction, start having babies born with an addiction issue. When we have a great outcome, when we see that person coming back on their feet, working and producing and providing for their families. That's the best outcome. It makes you feel that you're doing something right.
And welcome back to Hometown Sports Corners coverage of tonight's basketball game between Breathitt and Knott County. James, I'll be honest with you, our game of the week was Knott County and Jenkins senior night. As far as our sponsors go, we always commit to at least a game of the week. And so senior night was our game of the week, but nobody going to complain about us bringing this one to them either.
No, I mean, this is going to be a dandy. This is one of those games that when you look at on the schedule, it wasn't there.
Right.
2 weeks or 2.5 weeks ago, this game did not exist. And then Coach Honeycutt and Coach Huff got together and said, let's play. One of them said pick a night, and the other one said we're on our way.
I kind of feel like for both coaches, it was an opportunity to gauge where they're at going into the regional tournament. You wanted to have one more big game. Would you agree with that, man?
Well, you need that region atmosphere. And
tournament type deal, yes, sir.
And this is going to provide it. As we're 25 minutes away from game time. They just put the time on the clock. And this is one of those games, man, that the closer to the game, it's a lot like Rupp Arena. The closer the game, The seats get filled up.
And they will continue to do so. There's Charlie and Becky Bell. Miss
Two
Bell,
fine people.
You are right. Two of the best.
Man, you ever had
Finest
Charlie Bell's cooking?
Nothing fixes. Nothing he fixes that's not good, my friend.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, the man can fry, and I like to eat.
We do. And then our buddy, Mr. Vance Hurley, says, don't touch their radio dial. Leave it on the Killer Bee and call it a day. Hey, Vance, buddy, I wish you'd have been here with us tonight, but we're glad you're tuning in. And Melissa Martin says, put the score on. Now, don't go ahead and give me a tough time about not showing the scoreboard this early. Guys, I can tell you ahead of time, James and I, we're the two-man crew.
That's it.
So I'll be trying to film and keep the scoreboard and all that good stuff. But at the end of the night, we're going to be a great source for you all to tune on YouTube. If you have to leave home to go get groceries or pick up somebody from somewhere, you can always tune us in to 107.1 WKCB and WKCB.com. James and I have already hit the share and like button, and we hope that you all have as well. About 25 minutes, James, before we get this one started, I do want to say, James, as we did last night, our thoughts and prayers are with Willer Jacobs' family. I know you spent some time with them today.
I did.
When you talked about Charlie Bell and Miss Bell being two of the finest people, Willer's up there in that category too.
Absolutely.
And I would have said it before he passed away. It was very good to me, and a lot of us got to do a lot of things because of Willer Jacobs.
Yes, sir. That family means a whole lot to me. And it was my privilege to go spend time with them today. And my heart still goes out to him, for the loss of Wheeler. And Wheeler did a whole lot as sheriff, and before he was sheriff, he was the dare guy, and that's what he'll be probably known for in history as the dare officer in Knott County, with a lot of people minding your generation.
Can I tell you a story about him?
Yes,
Took
sir.
me to the mall restaurant for the first time. Of course, that was a staple in Knott County for the longest time. Flips the menu around and says, order anything you want. Well, I went with a common answer. I went with a cheeseburger. Time we were done, he said, now, if you come back here next time, what would you order? I said, are you paying next time? He just laughed. He said, yeah. I said, I'm going to get a steak next time.
Yeah.
He said, you should have got one today. But
yeah.
He talked me in one time, another good story. He said, Jamie, I'm in a pickle, and you always told me you'd help me if ever I need you. James, I spent a day wearing that McGruff costume.
Yeah.
I earned my trip to the mall restaurant that day, my friend. Inside that suit, it felt a little bit hot, needless to say. But, again, it's good to remember our friends with a smile, brother.
Absolutely. And we spent a lot of time today telling stories and talking about him. And he was a fine guy and means a lot to me and my family, his family. Me and Shane grew up together and been best friends since we was in diapers. So it's good to see him. And, yeah, my heart goes out to him and condolences for the family. And it's going to be a rough few days for them, so I ask people to keep them in their prayers.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, James, there's so many stories within this story. I don't even know where to start, man. Just wherever you want to jump in and talk about it. There's just a lot of different comparisons, similarities, and then some polar differences, if you would say.
You're right.
In these two teams right here.
Yeah, real quick before we jump into that, man, how about them Hyman Yellow Jacket cheerleaders, Jamie Hughes?
I am so very proud of them. Let me give a big shout out to my cousin Chas Childers, the coach.
Yeah.
And all of the Lady Jackets went down to Orlando, Florida. And James, cheerleaders will know what I'm talking about. I don't know, but I understand they got 0 deductions. That's the kind of performance that they had. And just unfortunately didn't get a move on, even with that, to the next round. When you go down there, it's the best of the best. But the girls got an experience they'll never forget, and a very young program. 90% of them will be back, and next year, if they're fortunate enough to get there, a lot of things that was new to them won't be new.
Yeah.
And so, but anytime our kids go and perform at the level they did on that kind of a stage, we'd like to tip our hats to them.
Yeah, so hats off to...
Also, our buddy Rilo and the Yellow Jackets basketball team are loaded up, and I don't know if they're here tonight.
He's here straight across from us.
So I would assume they'll leave in the morning then to compete in the 7th grade and under state tournament.
State tournament.
And we wish them the best of luck.
Car Creek had a good run last weekend at the 6th grade.
Went undefeated to get into the bracket. You can win, I think, first 3 games, they go by that somehow, and then it puts you into what they call the gold bracket.
Yeah.
And Car Creek made that, and then they unfortunately were not able to get into the finals of it, but they still had a great show and went 3-0 down there. And so congratulations to them, man.
Yeah, congratulations to them and all of them, man. Baseball starts on Monday, baseball and softball, so Coach Dameron and Coach Mobley's all fired up for it back home.
Hey, man, is the softball field ready? I've not been up in a week or two, but the last time I was there, they were still working on it.
I'm sure they're still working on it. You know, the softball field stays a little damp this time of year. He'll try to get on it about the 1st of March, but still gives them about 3 weeks to get it.
So February's indoor type stuff,
yeah,
pretty much. Okay.
Due to the weather, they may get outside and pass a little bit, loose to get their arms back in strength, but Coach Mobley and Coach Hammonds and them has spent all week working on it. And actually, I drove by there a couple days ago. Man, he's got it looking good.
We wish all of them the best of luck. Let me tell you, if you didn't hear the news, we plan to do a game of the week. Now, I didn't say games, okay? We won't be able to do as many baseball and softball games as we do basketball, but we will do a game of the week. Well, what's the difference? The difference is to do a baseball game, James, it'll take about 5 of us to do that game.
Yeah.
You have 2 announcers, somebody to run the control, and 2 or 3 camera guys. And so for that reason, we won't logistically be able to do as many as we would like to do, but we're going to still yet have a nice schedule. And you guys, if you haven't, now is a great time to go hit that follow button on our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way, anytime we're on, you'll know it. I look down there and see my buddy Josh Deaton with Deaton Photography in the house. I wondered tonight if he'd be able to even pick a shirt. He does so much work for Breathitt County and for Knott County, but he's here tonight to wish both teams the best of luck, and he'll have some awesome videos from down on the floor, and we'll share those as we've continued to do all season. But now, James, let's plug our nose and jump into the pool. Talk about it, my friend.
Well, I mean, let's start where everybody's looking. Spurry and Huff. The Bobcats will go as Spurry takes them, and the Patriots go as Huff will lead them.
Top 2 players for Player of the Year, or certainly 2 of the 5.
They got to be in the conversation.
Everso at Hazard.
Yeah, Everso at Hazard.
Dixon was there before he injured. There's a select few guys, and it's nothing against all the other players, but I feel like probably those 3, James.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. I think those 3,
Let me say this too, that is picked, if I'm right, James, unless it's changed, before the district tournament. So everybody says, well, he might have a big tournament. I'm pretty sure I'm right when I tell you guys they picked the Player of the Year and the Coach of the Year before the district tournament. And so with that said, either way, James, it's safe to definitely say it's 2 of the better players in the mountains, not just in the region. And there's some of the differences I was talking about. While they're both their team's best player, they're different in how they get their points, brother.
Yeah, you know, I told you last night I'm interested in the matchups tonight. You know, you got Spurry and Huff. Flip that side. You got Haddix, Bellamy. You've got Drake, Hamilton. You've got, I think, Gross and Michael Gibson, and then you've got Braxton Turry, Chance Hamburgie. And however they match up, I like the 5-for-5 matchups. Either one of those matchups could be a very key to tonight's ball game.
I agree 100% with that, man. And again, we're just excited to bring everybody this one. James, Breathitt County's not that far of a drive when you realize where we'll have to go for the regional tournament.
No, I mean, we got here at about 45 minutes, and we still would have another 25 minutes to go to Powell and probably another hour to get to Estill County. So
I'm being serious when I asked you this one. How far from Hyman to Estill?
2 hours.
I figured that.
Yeah, it's it'll be a 2 hour. It'll be a 2 hour, 15, 20-minute bus ride for the Patriots to Estill. You know, and for Letcher, it's going to be even longer. If they had 30 minutes on it, it's almost a 2.5, 2 hour, 45-minute drive from Letcher. So long bus rides, but now vice versa. When it's on the other end of the region, Estill and Powell's got to make that same trip. So,
James, I'll make a prediction. Nobody that knows has told me this either, but I predict this is the last time we go to Powell County. I would not be surprised with the realignment that's coming in 2025 if Powell doesn't switch regions. Let's see if I'm close to being right. I think we lose 2 from that part of the region and gain 2 from the 15th region. I'm hearing too much buzz about it. We may very well pick up a powerhouse from that 15th region over there.
Yeah.
And speaking of the 14th regional tournament, here's a good time to go over that too, James, before we take our next commercial break. We can confirm the girls' first round will be played March the 4th and 5th. Those games will start at 6 and 7:45. Again, the girls' tournament at Estill County. The boys' first round games will be played on the 6th and the 7th of March. Those games likewise will be played at 6 and 7:45. Then on March the 8th, Friday night, it will be the girls' semifinals from Estill County, Kentucky. Then on Saturday night, March the 9th, we will see Saturday evening. Now here's where you want to make a note. Saturday evening at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, they will play the boys' semifinals from Powell County. That night at 7 o'clock, the girls' championship game. So boys' semifinals on Saturday at 1 and 3, and then the girls' championship that night. Then we'll come back and play the boys' championship on Monday night, March the 11th. So while we don't know who's going to be playing in it, at least we do know when and where we'll be.
I got you.
I do want to say, too, I complained about the fact that they were playing some boys and girls games on the same night. After seeing it on paper, a 1 o'clock and a 3 o'clock tip, if they start those games on time, there shouldn't be any problem with you leaving Powell County and being able to make it to Estill County for the championship game. It'll be a drive, but it's doable if you had a kid cheering for one game and playing in the other one.
It is, and we did get confirmation last night from Athletic Director Amberg. Cordia will host the 53rd District, but it will be played at Knott County Central, so that district site's been chosen.
And we look forward to bringing that one. It will be, as he was getting ready to say, from Knott County Central High School.
Yeah.
He's getting text messages and calls at the same time. I'm not trying to finish his sentence. But
no, it's going to be a good ball game coming up. You know, I think, you know, when you look at it breaking down, I expect these matchups to play an extremely good ball game. And it very well may come down to who can stay out of foul trouble tonight. Both teams go about 7 deep. And so when you only play 7 players, you know, you always got to be worried about the foul situation.
Our buddy Dwight Isaac says he's watching us from Disney World. So, James, you and I have made the big stage. We brought Mickey and Minnie to Knott County, but now Dwight's taking James and Jamie to Disney World. Glad you could tune us in. Angela Combs says she's watching from the Volunteers State. And Johnny and Jackie Gayhart asked the question about the same time we answered it. The district tournament for Knott County will be at Knott County Central High School. Cordia will host it. They'll do a fantastic job, but the games will be played at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. James, we're coming close to the time when we'll have to bring everybody from the radio station on.
Yeah.
How about we take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more after this word from my buddy at Tim Short Automotive. Don't touch that dial. Keep it tuned right here.
Did you know that one of the top rural health clinics in the state is right in your back door? Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky has been given the title of the largest rural health system in Kentucky. In addition, Primary Care is the 3rd largest rural health system in the nation and the 4th largest employer in Perry County. Call today to schedule an appointment at our Hazard, Hindman, Vico, or Hyden locations. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Hey you, it's me, Marcello. Are you looking for a great place to eat lunch or a dinner? Then go right now to Hot Rods. They have delicious pizza, cheese sticks, spaghetti, wings, a salad bar, and more. You can eat in, carry out, or get a delivery from 4 great locations. Hindman, Hazard, Allen, and Betsy Lane. That's a Hot Rods. It's the best place this side of Italy. Mwah!
Just want to watch the game.
That turned on the ceiling fan, used the gray remote, hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is proud to sponsor tonight's sporting event. Nelson Frazier has the highest quality American-made funeral products, cremation services, mausoleums, and memorial markers, all with a family budget in mind. With 3 chapels located in Hyman, Martin, and now in Prestonsburg, Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is local people serving local families.
Streets of
If your car's in a mess, take it to the best. That's Hometown Garage, located in Pine Top, Kentucky. Buster Sloan and Donnie Combs have been in the business for years, and we promise you that if the job satisfies them, it will you. For free estimates, pickups, and deliveries locally, you can call them at 6.
Woods Coliseum on the Killer Bee. I'm James Sandlin, Jamie Hughes. Mr. Tyler Wolf back at the station running the controls tonight in a battle of the 14th region. Jamie, it is what it is. Right now, 2 out of the top 3 teams going to battle tonight. Coach Jeff Honeycutt's Breathitt County Bobcats 13-8. Coach Casey Huff's Knott County Central Patriots 18-5. Red hot, 6 of the last 7 ball games.
James, I wonder, Coach Honeycutt and his Bobcats, they played a lot of games from Christmas till now. Of course, they played the Christmas games, but they played a bunch of games from Christmas until now. They're 2-2 out of their last 4 games. He needs his team, though, tonight, I feel like, to forget about everything and think about only one thing, and that's the team that he's looking across the court and seeing in the room.
I would say you could take it to the Bank of Hyman that since Wednesday, we had a Jenkins last night at Knott, but I would say that Breathitt County and Coach Honeycutt has talked about this game all week. And ever since last night, about 8:40, Coach Casey Huff's mindset went from Jenkins to Breathitt County. The man, he probably never sleeps. Casey probably stayed up all night watching game film. It's the kind of coach he is. He's 100% wanting to be ready for tonight's ball game and make sure the Patriots are ready as well.
He told us, of course, that he, wasn't happy with the way things went in Martin County. I felt like he had to be pleased with the way things went against Jenkins. They shot the ball really well as a team, shared the ball well. But at the back of their mind, you had to be thinking ahead to this one here, James.
Well, I think so. I mean, when this game got lined up, text messages went flying out the 14th region. Breathitt playing Knott, February 9th, 7:30, Jackson, Kentucky. This game was no secret. Jackson, Kentucky. This game was no secret. Everybody in the 14th region wants to see this ball game, and both coaches will be fully prepared for this ball game when we tip off here in 6 minutes and 51 seconds.
Guys, we do say hello to all of you. Got about 120 of you watching right now. Hit that like and share button for us wherever you're watching from. Leave that in the comment sections on the different Facebook and YouTube pages that we're bringing you to. And as James and I just mentioned there, this game wasn't on a lot of people's schedule. If you had the pocket schedules, if you had the calendars, or even you made a schedule from the internet, you wouldn't have found this game on there. This game was added just a couple of weeks ago between 2 of the best, Breathitt and Knott County. I think, James, at the end of the night, and this sounds cliche, it'll be whoever can cause the other one to play their style.
I agree with you 100%. And let's dive into that in about 2 minutes. Let's take a 2-minute break for our advertiser and sponsors back at the Killer Bee. When we come back, we'll dive into the starting lineups and the matchups between the Bobcats and the Patriots on the
For over
Killer
100
Bee in
years, the
hometown.
Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Dr. Fran Hughes is a graduate of Alice Lloyd College and Pikeville's Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Hughes has spent the last 12 years serving the people of Eastern Kentucky and was most recently promoted to an associate professor in her department with the University of Kentucky. She's now seeing patients at Quantum Healthcare in Hazard, Kentucky, the clinic where she began her profession. While walk-ins are welcome, you can also call the clinic to schedule an appointment with Dr. Fran Hughes.
Just want to watch the game.
That turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
From tip-off from Jackson, Kentucky. Patriots versus the Bobcats.
James, I told you there's so many stories within this story. Looking at the screen for those tuning in on Facebook and YouTube, Miss Kay King across the way. She knows how much you and I both love her. Today, they tell me, is B.B. King's birthday. And, of course, he won regional titles both places.
Yeah.
Or helped build regional titles, I'll say it that way, at both places. And so a lot of proud supporters of Coach King from both sides.
Absolutely. As they come in here, Jamie, I'm going to run these stats by you to tell you what kind of game we expect. Breathitt County's going to want to push the ball. They average 74 points a ball game. They shoot 52% from the field, so they're really selective sometimes on their shots. They value shot selection we would expect from Coach Honeycutt's team. They're 35% from three-point land, 65% from free throws, and they average 30 rebounds a ball game. The Patriots, 57 points a ball game. They're probably run an 80% proficient rate when they set their half-court offense. Coach Casey Huff runs an extremely well-coached half-court offense. They shoot 50% from the field as well, so their shot selection is really good. 38% from threes, 64% from free throw line. So that's the matchup I was talking about earlier. Breathitt 65, Patriots 64, and the Patriots rebound 24 boards a game. Here's my keys to the game. If you're Breathitt County, you got to push the ball. If you're the Patriots, you play that pressure defense that Coach Casey up and the Patriots do so well in the man-to-man and switch to that 2-3 zone. Coach Huff does a really good job of switching up the defenses against teams. They may see the man-to-man for 2 or 3 sets, come down and see a zone. Coach Casey Huff does a really good job with that. Jamie, who controls the boards tonight? That's number one. Number two, we talked about it earlier, foul situation. Both teams go about 7 deep. Who stays out of it? Eliminate the turnovers and shot selection. The Patriots are red hot, and they're about as confident as any team in the 14th region right now when they walk out on the floor. You can see it in them, Jamie. You can see the Patriots, their confidence grow in every ball game. And thanks to Mr. Brian Milam this morning, Jamie. Since 1997, the Patriots and Bobcats have played 55 times. The Patriots hold the edge 34-21.
A lot of that, too, has been in chunks, man. For 4 or 5 years, one team would be good, and 4 or 5 teams, another team would be good. I know Brian also reminded you that you already knew the last time these two teams met, regional tournament.
Yep.
Breathitt got the better of them then, but since then, it's two totally different teams for both teams, James.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you say this all the time. As far as Coach Honeycutt and Coach Casey Huff is concerned, you can drive south on 15 or north on 15 at about 55 miles an hour. Don't go above the speed limit, but you can throw them records out the window because it ain't going to matter here in about 2 minutes.
You are 1,000% correct. There's my buddy Larry Thacker tuning in. Sharon Isaac Thornsbury watching us from Floyd County. Christine Wilson tuning in from Lexington, Kentucky. Miss Glennis Rum watches us, and we appreciate her. From Pine Top, Kentucky, James Sloan says, hello, Kenneth Amberg, I need a raise. Brian Gibson tuning us in. We appreciate him. Appreciate Leah Fugit watching from Cary, Kentucky. There's my friend Uri Call watching us from Old Lick Car. Carl Kraft says he's up at the Sportsplex, James, getting ready for a big archery tournament, and they got us tuned in up at the Sportsplex. So you guys take care of business, turn us up real loud, and we'll be glad to bring you this. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the start of this one after this 2-minute commercial break.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Hyman Funeral Services also provides a professional, respectful disinterment and reinterment service that would allow you to move your loved one to the beautiful Mountain Memory Gardens in Hyman, where the grave site will never go unmowed and uncared for again. Mountain Memory Gardens provides beautiful grave plots that can be reserved for every family member. Bethel Mausoleum also offers the most state-of-the-art crypts in Kentucky, should you prefer to have a final resting place other than in-ground burial. All these decisions can be made in advance, too, so you can relieve your family of the burden of wondering what you would want. Give us a call today at 606-785-3133. Hyman Funeral Service offers this complete package.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader. Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
Hicks Brothers Construction knows that times are tough and your money is hard to come by. That's why they pledge to always do the job right the first time. Specializing in backhoe work, septic systems, house seats, and road work. No job is too big or too small. Hicks Brothers Construction, a name you know you can count on. Call 606-785-4838. That's Hicks Brothers Construction. Here in Jackson, Kentucky. Glad for all of you that have us tuned in on WKCB 107.1, WKCB.com, and of course on the Killer Bees app. For those of you watching us on Hometown Sports Corners Facebook page and YouTube channels, we're so glad to bring you this one. Thank you. Thank you for all of you that are tuning in. James, they've got a bunch of options. They've got 5 different media outlets in here. So those that are watching you and I tonight, We always appreciate them,
Yep.
but maybe even a little bit more tonight.
Absolutely. Hit that like and share button. If you're going to be out traveling, don't hit that like and share button on Facebook, but tune in. The Killer Bee 107.1 is Mr. Randy Thompson allowed me and Jamie to drive down here, cover this game on some radio stations tonight.
Misty, he drove pretty good. Every now and then he get busy telling the story and drive a little extra fast, but she knows that's just how you are,
Just
man.
depends what story I'm telling. First, for the starting lineups, the Knott County Central Patriots are going to start senior. Number 3, Hunter Haddix, averaging 13 points a ball game. His small forward on the floor tonight is going to be number 4, senior Jaden Huff, averaging 18 points a ball game. Number 1, the Governor, junior Drake Sloan, averaging 8 points a ball game. Number 11, sophomore Chance Amberg, averaging 7 points a ball game. Blue collar worker, if I've ever seen one. The young man does whatever his team needs him to do. And then at center, sophomore, number 23, Michael Gibson, averaging 3 points a ball game. Now for the home team, the Breathitt County Bobcats, coached by Jeff Honeycutt, 13-8. Of course, it's going to be no secret who they're going to be starting on the floor. They're going to probably start number 14, junior Mr. Austin Spurry, and then senior number 24, Isaac Bellamy, averaging 13 points a ball game. Number 3, senior Jackson Hamilton, averaging 11 points a ball game. Junior number 20, Gannon Gross, averaging 11 points a ball game. And should be number 12, junior Braxton Terry, averaging 9 points a ball game.
James, we've talked about so many stories, but we still didn't get them all in. Will Drake Sloan be 80, 90%? He won't be 100%. In fact, he didn't even play last night, but he's going to make the start. I'll be anxious to see how healthy Drake is. Number 2, who guards Spurry on Knott County's team? And on the flip side, who guards? I know we talked about Spurry and Huff, but I have problems seeing either team been able to guard the best player, of course, Huff for Knott County and Spurry for Breathitt.
Well,
am I crazy?
No, you're right, but here's the thing about Drake Sloan. Athletes are athletes, and when that whistle blows, the ball goes up. Injuries seem to heal their self sometimes, and they'll play 100%. I expect Drake to come in here, and he'll put an athlete's heart into the ball game.
James, if you and I went to Egypt and done a ball game, the fan base would be right in front of us. They're about 10 foot down from us, but that's okay. We'll just have to talk a little bit louder here as Breathitt gets the basketball. They'll control the tip. Knott County going to show them 2-3, James.
Yep, 2-3, Spurry into Terry, back out to Spurry. Spurry into Gross, spins from the free throw line, up and good.
Big bucket there for the Bobcats. They score first, lead it 2-0. Knott County with the basketball. Drake Sloan sets the offense. Breathitt going to guard them man-to-man, James.
Yeah, Knott going left-right on the radio. And inside to Drake Sloan, they lose him wide open. Drake lays it in.
Huff gets credit for being an elite scorer and a really good defensive player, but James, he passes the ball really well, too, for a big man. He got the assist there.
Spurry looking to go in, pulls up free throw line, nothing but the bottom of the net.
He's worth the price of admission, guys. That guy was our hometown Sports Corner All-Star MVP 2 years ago, and he has done nothing but continue to improve his game each and every week here in the mountains of eastern Kentucky.
Over to Huff. Huff, the Bobcats in a man-to-man out to Gibson. Gibson over to Huff on the far side, looking for a screen. He gets it, throws it into Gibson. Gibson can't handle it, out to Spurry. Spurry comes away with it. 1-on-3, he goes down, goes around Amberg, he lays it up, missed it, rebounded Michael Gibson. Haddix off to the races across midcourt.
They doubled Huff the last trip down. Let's see if they do that selectively or do that a lot as Huff shoots the three. Won't go. Long rebound. Knott County comes up with it.
Over to Huff. Huff to Sloan. Sloan, far side, settles it back down, comes near side to us. Gives it up to Haddix. Patriots going left-right on the radio dial. Over to Huff in front of Breathitt County's bench. Back out to Sloan, top of the key. Huff ball fakes, goes baseline. Cut off, kicks it over to Haddix. Haddix pulls it back out front. Over to Huff out near the timeline. Huff guarded against Bellamy, back tips, pulls up from 16. Too hard, the Patriots get the rebound again. Breathitt County is not blocking out, and the ball's loose on the floor. And we have got a foul on Hunter Haddix of the Patriots.
Jimmy Calhoun says nothing like late season basketball in Eastern KY. I agree with you, Jimmy. You guys hit that like and share button for us. Let us know where you're watching from and who you're cheering on. Breathitt County leading it with a basketball 4-2.
Spurry off to the far side, pulls up, kicks it out to Hamilton. Hamilton inside, stolen away by Chance Sandberg of the Patriots. Chance comes down, goes up against Spurry, lays it up, missed it. Hamilton with a rebound. Out to Spurry. Spurry threw it away back over to the Patriots. Coach Honeycutt telling them to play under control. He didn't like that possession. 5:37 to go. Breathitt County leads 4-2 inside the Coliseum down here in Jackson. Coach Huff gives his play out to his point guard Drake Sloan over to Haddix. Haddix guarded by Hamilton. Over to Huff. Huff guarded by Spurry. Huff wide open, had it in the far corner, pulls out, lays it up, and good.
Nice bucket there. He played through the contact and gets the bucket, ties it up at 4. Breathitt with the basketball. 5:10 to play in the first quarter.
Spurry guarded by Drake on the far side. And stolen away by Huff. Here comes the Patriots. Drake Sloan with it. Thought about the three. Pulls it back out. He's guarded by Bellamy near side. Out to Haddix. Haddix swings it to Huff. Huff, Ambergy in the far corner. He kicks it back out to Drake. Sloan to Haddix, top of the key. Tries to shake Bellamy, can't do it. Kicks it over to Huff. Huff backs it out near the timeline. As they're going to clear out for Huff and let him go in. Huff lays it up and good.
Gives Knott County their first lead, 6-4.
You seen what Knott wants to do there. The entire coaching staff cleared out to let Huff go one-on-one. He's hard to guard one-on-one. Here comes Breathitt County with it over to Bellamy. Bellamy back to Spurry. Spurry over to Hamilton. Inside to Turry. Turry over to Gross. And nearly stolen away. Breathitt County comes up with it, lays it up, and good. Foul on Michael Gibson.
This place is as loud as any gym we've been in this season, James.
Yeah, going to send Braxton Turry to the line. And Gibson picks up his first, team second. Free throw on its way up and good for Braxton Terry. 7-6 in favor of the Bobcats. 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Drake with it out near the timeline. Over to Jaden Huff, inside to Michael Gibson. Gibson kicks it into Sloan. Sloan spins from 7 up, no good. Rebound to Spurry. Austin in a hurry across the timeline. Comes down, he's going to run into Sloan. That's going to be a foul on Sloan. That's going to be Knott Central's third foul. As
Coach Honeycutt going to take a full timeout, James. How about we take a 60-second ourselves? We'll be back right here with more basketball action on the Killer Bee.
Did you know that one of the top rural health clinics in the state is right in your back door? Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky has been given the title of the largest rural health system in Kentucky. In addition, Primary Care is the third largest rural health system in the nation and the fourth largest employer in Perry County. Call today to schedule an appointment at our Hazard, Hindman, Vico, or Hyden locations. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
And we're back. Breathitt County inbound, leading 7-6, 3:44 to go. First quarter, Hamilton inbounds it to Spurry. Bobcats going right to left on the radio dial, dressed in that home white uniform, outlined in royal blue. Hamilton back to Spurry. as the Patriots went to a 1-3-1 defense. Reed checked in for Gibson. Spurry goes, lays it up, and good, and that's going to be a foul on the Patriots. And it's going to be on Reed.
James, some people frowned earlier tonight when I said I didn't know who could guard him or who could guard Huff. They both have made me look like I know a little something. I don't think anybody in the region can guard these two young men one-on-one.
Two phenomenal athletes. Spurry's free throw up, no good. Ball loose on the floor. And Spurry missed the free throw. Here comes Jaden Huff with it across the timeline. Out to Drake Sloan. 3:18 to go. First quarter. Thanks for tuning in to the Killer Bee. Drake with it, goes far side. Can't shake Bellamy. Over to Huff. Huff guarded by Spurry. Huff wants to go one-on-one, and he does. Stripped by Spurry. Spurry in a race across the timeline. And he's going to be double teamed in the far corner. Swings it all the way across. And tipped out of bounds. Good defense by Chance Sandberg of the Patriots, but it'll stay with the Bobcats. Hamilton with it. Inbound it to Spurry. Back to Hamilton. All the way across court to Bellamy. Bellamy guarded by Huff into Spurry. Stolen away. Bad pass by the Bobcats. Good defense by Jaden Huff. And Huff comes down and picks it up.
Knott County trails Breathitt 9-6. We'll do a good job telling you guys the score. Not going to be able probably to put the scoreboard graphics on like we normally do, James. But keep it cranked up. Tune us in. 2:31 to play. Breathitt gets the basketball off that turnover, leading it 9-6.
Huff lost it out of bounds, back over to the Bobcats. Here's Spurry with it. Patriots fell back into a 2-3 defense. Hamilton, Bellamy, three on the way, left it short, rebounded by Hunter Haddix of the Patriots. Haddix off to the races across the timeline. Goes down against Hamilton, throws it up, no good, rebounded by Bellamy. Bellamy comes down in the slight jog across the timeline, nearly loses it, picks it up. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton inside to Gross. Gross kicks it out to Bellamy. Bellamy inside to Turry. Turry spins, no good. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out. Oh, nice pass into Spurry. Spurry missed the dunk, gets his own rebound. Lays it up and good.
Didn't quit, man. That's the difference in him and some other players. Just because he missed it, no big deal. He went back and got his own board and puts his team up 11-6 here.
Spurry's just so good at moving his body. And it'll stay with Breathitt County. Knocked out of bounds. Huff inbounds it to Drake. Out near the timeline. 1:30 to go, first quarter. Bobcats leading 11-6, stolen away.
Another big turnover there for Knott Central. Going to give it back to Breathitt.
Over to Spurry. Spurry. Spins on Reed, lays it up, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it up and good.
Offensive boards right there have hurt Knott County as Breathitt has scored their last two buckets off of offensive boards. Coach Casey Huff wanting to talk about it too. As he does, we will as well. Back in 30 seconds right here on the Killer Bee, WKCB and Hometown Sports.
Just want to watch the game.
That turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote, hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just...
Sloan walks it across the timeline. 1 minute to go, first quarter. Breathitt County leads 13-6. He kicks it over to Jaden Huff. Huff back out to Sloan. Sloan, Huff, three on the way, far side. Little short rebound to Bellamy. He kicks it over to Spurry. 45 seconds to go.
James, Knott County don't want to play catch-up. They need a stop and a bucket on the other end. You wouldn't want to watch Breathitt go up double digits this early in the contest.
Hamilton goes down, thought about, pulls it back out. They kick it over to Bellamy, far side. Bellamy guarded by Sloan, out to Hamilton.
Breathitt going to back it out. Coach Honeycutt wants to hold it for one. Do the Bobcats see him? They do. And he'll settle it down here against this 2-3 zone and hold it for the final shot.
Hamilton out, 20 seconds. Patriots falling back in 2-3, and they're content with giving the Bobcats the last shot of the quarter. Coach Honeycutt tells Spurry to come and get it with 8 seconds. Over to Bellamy, 7. Bellamy looking to get away from Sloan. Goes down, lays it up, blocked by Reed, and he's out of bounds. Ball back over to the Patriots. Coach Honeycutt is furious. That is not the play that he wanted run.
Why does Spurry give the basketball up there? You keep the basketball when you're one of the top players in the state.
Sloan, and it's going to be no good. And that's how we'll end the first quarter of the Knott County Central Patriots 6, Breathitt County Bobcats 13. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Addiction is a disorder. We treat and we manage addiction like any other disorder. The issue touched me when I start seeing more and more young families fighting addiction, start having babies born with an addiction issue. When we have a great outcome, when we see that person coming back on their feet, working and producing and providing for their families. That's the best outcome. It makes you feel that you're doing something right.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Welcome back, folks. 14th Region basketball action for you. Knott County Central and Breathitt Patriots with the basketball, trailing the Bobcats 13-6.
Napier's checked into the ball game. Sloan's went out. Napier comes near side, kicks it over to Huff. Huff over to Ambergy. Ambergy kicks it back out to Huff. Huff was wide open for a second. Pulls up from 14, left it short, rebounded by Ambergy. Ambergy double team, kicks it out to Huff. Huff all the way across the court. And he caught Hamilton right in the face with the pass. Hamilton's all right. Good to see that young man bounce back up. As
Connor Napier checked in a moment ago, James. Wouldn't be surprised if they don't call his number along with Reed in after that last break.
Yeah, Peyton Collins just checked in for the Bobcats, number 0. Haddock's ball fakes 3 straight away, no good. Rebounded by Spurry. Spurry across the timeline. He goes up against Reed, lays it up, no good. Good defense by Braxton Reed of the Patriots. Out to Napier. Napier across the timeline, find Haddock's far side. Haddock splits the defender. Huff wide open, over to Napier. Napier 3 on the way, in and out. Napier's got to shoot that though. Connor's too good of a shooter. Over to Bellamy. Bellamy goes in against Reed, floats it from 6, no good. Rebounded by Huff.
Both teams a little flat here, James, in the beginning stages of this second quarter.
Huff 3 on the way, and he dialed it up. As Jaden Huff has got 7 of the Patriots' 9. Bobcats lead 13-9, 6:42 to go, second quarter. Bellamy with it across the timeline. Over to Bellamy, back to Spurry. Spurry inside, Bellamy, Spurry. Collins, back to Spurry. Inside to Gross, kicked it over. Far side, back to Gross, free throw line, partially blocked by Reed and good.
Big bucket there from the 15-foot range, and it's 15-9. Breathitt County with the lead.
Haddock's with it, guarded by Bellamy. Wanting to make a move, tried to get a screen by Reed. He goes by Bellamy, pulls up, and good.
Nice shot there. Knott County needs him to get going, man.
First 2 of the ball game for Haddock's, 15-11. Drake Sloan comes off the bench, check back in. Spurry. Over to Collins, back to Spurry. Ball loose on the floor. Napier comes away with it for the Patriots. Here comes Connor with it. Connor across the timeline. Over to Huff. And they clear out looking for a screen for Spurry. Goes up against Gross, tries to kick it around. And we're going to have a foul on Spurry.
Well, that's a big foul there for Breathitt. You wouldn't want that kind of foul if you could keep from it.
It's his first, team's first of the second period.
They want his fouls to be spent changing shots and going after big rebounds, not 40 foot away, falling out of bounds.
Bellamy checks out of the ball game, and Hamilton checks back in. Sloan, he checks back into the ball game, and Sandberg, he checked out. Reed with it, top of the key, kicks it over to Haddix, near side, just in front of us. Haddix, shake and bake, blows by him, lays it up and good. Nice move by Hunter Haddix.
Saw that lane open up and he took it, didn't he, James?
Cuts the lead back down by 2, 15-13, favor the Bobcats. And Spurry loses control of it and throws it out of bounds. Joseph Honeycutt checks into the ball game, and Braxton Terry checks out.
I like to watch teams and see if they get the ball back to the hot hand. Hunter Haddix needs to get the ball for Knott Central.
Sloan with it, over to Haddix. Haddix spins, blows by him. Free throw, up, no good, but he's going to be fouled. If that's on Spurry, that's his second. And they're going to say no, foul was on number 3, Hamilton. Jackson Hamilton, his first. Haddix goes to the line. He's 90% from the line. First one up, no good.
You and Manus Blair are notorious for that. Haddix will have one more. He could cut it to 1. 15-13 here with this one.
Haddix free throw up, good.
Cuts it to 1 with that one exactly. Breathitt has the basketball. Walks over to see what Coach Honeycutt wants, and Spurry across the timeline and run the play.
Sloan picks Spurry up as soon as he gets across the timeline. 3 on the way, Bobcats, too hard. Rebounded by Drake Sloan. Sloan ahead to Napier. Napier tries to make a move on Honeycutt, can't get by him. Out to Huff. Huff goes up against Spurry, lays it up and good.
Big bucket there for Huff as he puts Knott County up 1, 16-15.
Here comes Spurry with it across the timeline. Just trying to get a screen by Gross. Kicks it out to Gross. Gross to Honeycutt. Honeycutt out to Collins. Back out to Hamilton. Collins, Honeycutt. And threw away by Honeycutt. Picked up by Hunter Haddix. Haddix to Huff. Huff had the 3, didn't realize it. Napier, Sloan, 3 on the way. And good. Patriots heating up.
Moving that basketball just like they've been doing as of late. The more they share the ball, the better they shoot, man.
Patriots take a 4-point lead, 19-15. Over to Spurry. Spurry back to Hamilton. Over to Honeycutt, and they're going to say last touch by Honeycutt. And the Bobcats will take a timeout.
This is a good timeout for Breathitt County. Knott County with their biggest lead, leading in 19-15. As they take it, we will as well. Back in 60 seconds right here on Hometown Sports Corner.
Funeral Services also provides a professional, respectful disinterment and reinterment service that would allow you to move your loved one to the beautiful Mountain Memory Gardens in Hyman, where the grave site will never go unmowed and uncared for again. Mountain Memory Gardens provides beautiful grave plots that can be reserved for every family member. Bethel Mausoleum also offers the most state-of-the-art crypts in Kentucky, should you prefer to have a final resting place other than in-ground burial. All these decisions can be made in advance too, so you can relieve your family of the burden of wondering what you would want. Give us a call today at 606-785-3133. Hyndman Funeral Service offers this complete package.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader. Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
Back into the ball game. The next break for Breathitt County. Over to Reed. Into Huff. Huff back door wide open and good.
James, that's a beautiful pass from Braxton to Huff. I'm impressed with that big man. Nice pass there.
Huff with 11. Spurry. Over to Collins. Back to Spurry. To Hamilton. Spurry wants to go in. Nowhere to go with it. Kicks it into Curry and it goes out of bounds, but they'll stay with the Bobcats. Bellamy will check in for Collins. Spurry looking to inbound it. Gets it into Gross. To Hamilton. Bellamy, 3 on the way, far side, too hard. And we've got a foul.
That's Spurry, man. He landed hard.
Yeah.
Down on that low post. Hops up, though, with some help from his teammates.
Did they give that foul to Huff?
I'm not sure it was a foul.
Oh, yeah, they went and reported a foul.
I was watching Spurry. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's going to be on Jaden Huff. That's his second. No, I'm sorry. He's going to give it on Drake Sloan, his second. Here comes Bellamy with it inside the Spurry. Spurry goes up and good, and that's going to be another foul on the
He says, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Jumped high up in the air and put it over the cylinder. Puts his Bobcats 2 more on the board.
That one is on Jaden Huff, his first. Spurry's going to go to the line where he is a 81% free throw shooter. Spurry's free throw up and good. 18-21 in favor of the Patriots. Sloan with it across the timeline, 2:31 to go. Drake over to Haddix. Haddix to Napier to Sloan. Looking to get a screen from Reed. To Huff, wide open. Huff guarded by Spurry. Gets a screen, backdoor screen. Reed lays it up and good. Nice give and go into Reed.
The big man sharing the basketball with each other. Stolen by Knott County. Patriots have it on a run. Huff at the top of the key. Left side, he goes to Napier for 3. Got it.
Patriots with their biggest lead of the night, up by 8, 26-18. Hamilton with it across the timeline. Into Terry. Gross. Spurry, 3, far side, left it short. Rebounded Jaden Huff. Huff up ahead to Haddix. Haddix over to Huff. Huff wants to go up against Spurry, lays it up and good.
Boy, another big bucket there. Huff went through the paint and got him 2 more. 28-18, James. Knott County with their biggest lead, leading by 10.
Over to Hamilton. Hamilton 3 on the end. No good. Bobcats have went ice cold from the perimeter.
If you're Knott County, you keep attacking, man.
Spurry with, and it's going to be a foul on Bellamy. And that's going to be Isaac Bellamy's first.
I'd put that ball right back to the rim. You've got the momentum. Everything going your way. 56.4 seconds to play. I'd try to stretch this lead out if I was Knott County. That 4 corners stuff would happen in the 4th quarter. But right now, Knott County has all the momentum.
Sloan over to Napier. Napier gives it up to Huff. Near the timeline. Huff gets around him, lays it up, and good.
Exactly what I was talking about, man. Exactly what I was talking about. Knott County leading it 30-18.
And the foul was on, I think, Braxton Terry. His first. Huff free throw on the way. No good. Spurry with it across the timeline. 34 seconds. Inside, gives it back out. Spurry. Gross from the free throw line, up and
That's
good.
a big shot for Breathitt. They needed that one. That cuts it to 10. They'd like to get a stop and a bucket, get it back to single digits going into the locker room at halftime. Drake with a basketball for Knott Central.
He's guarded by Spurry. He gives it up to Huff. Huff will take the last shot, I guarantee it. 8 seconds. 7 out near the timeline. 6 gets a screen by Ambergy with 3 seconds. Huff pulls up 3 on the way. No good, and that's how we end the first half. Knott County Central 30, the Breathitt County Bobcats 20.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Did you know that one of the top rural health clinics in the state is right in your back door? Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky has been given the title of the largest rural health system in Kentucky. In addition, Primary Care is the third largest rural health system in the nation and the fourth largest employer in Perry County. Call today to schedule an appointment at our Hazard, Hindman, Vico, or Hyden locations. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Just want to watch the game.
That turned on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
Welcome back to Jackson, Kentucky, as the Bobcats of Breathitt County take on the Knott County Central Patriots. Halftime, where the Patriots lead on the road, 30-20. Boy, we've got a good one here for you. So very glad that everybody's tuning in. There's Curly Boland. He says he hopes Breathitt County beats them like a dog. Boy, he's into this one. Patricia Morgan says, way to go, Connor. Julia Rivera gave the score there a little bit ago. And guys, again, we're doing the best we can on that scoreboard for you. I'm having to film and play the commercials and help James call a little bit. But we're just glad all of you are tuning in. Eric Hall says, let's go Patriots. Right now, James got the Breathitt County cheerleaders out there doing their halftime performance. And it's been a good one, brother.
Absolutely. Both teams playing well. The Patriots came out on fire in that second quarter. They, at the end of the first, it was 13-6. The Patriots defense we talked about in the pregame, and you talked about it on the way down here. The Patriots get locked in on defense, man, and they smother teams. And that's what happened in the second quarter by only allowing Breathitt County to score 7 points. Knott comes up and gets red hot and scores 24 points in the second quarter. So it's a game of quarters, Jamie, and this game is a long way from being over.
Who you got, man, to make the most changes? Who do you think right now between the two coaches have to make the most changes?
Well, it's got to be Breathitt County. I mean, Breathitt County is struggling to get to the rim right now. That 2-3 defense, we talked about it in the pregame that Coach
the platform. We're not just on WKCB tonight. I think, what'd you say, 3 other radio stations tonight, in addition to our YouTubes and our Facebook pages.
Good night of basketball, but she's talking about changes, Coach Honeycutt's, he's one of the best for a reason. He'll make some changes in the locker room. Coach Casey Huff and the Patriots, they're already out on the floor. What he said didn't take very long at all. He likes the way his guys are playing, and I don't blame him. The Patriots played extremely well in the first half. The Bobcats still out in the locker room, so Coach Honeycutt's making those changes.
Our buddy Adam Sloan says Big Mo's on KCC's side. He is 100% correct about that. Sarah Rivera says go KCC. James, again, Knott County is fortunate. Breathitt, and it's a lot in part because of Knott County's defense, but Breathitt missed some shots that a lot of times you and I have seen them make. I look for them to come out a little more aggressive and a little more efficient offensively in this third quarter.
Well, I do too, and I was interested in the second quarter when Coach Honeycutt took Bellamy and Hamilton out of the game and set them for several minutes. I think that kind of changed the diagram of the game a little bit. But now that defense that the Patriot throws on them, I've talked about it now for about 3 weeks. It keeps getting better and better and better every ball game. And the Bobcats, they threw the ball. They had several unforced turnovers.
Yes, sir. I agree with that, man. Had 3 in a row to really let Knott County extend their lead to double digits. And but again, a lot of times we talk about teams' turnovers and we don't brag enough about the defense. Oftentimes you turn the ball over because the team is playing really good defense against you. Coach Honeycutt, though, again, guys, there's a reason why he has those regional trophies on his bookshelf at home. He's been in these big games. He's no stranger to these. He'll have his team ready coming out of the locker room. What you say we take, James, maybe about another 2-minute break? And we'll be back to get this second half underway. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this right here on Hometown Sports Corner.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Dr. Fran Hughes is a graduate of Alice Lloyd College and Pikeville's osteopathic medicine. Dr. Hughes has spent the last 12 years serving the people of Eastern Kentucky and was most recently promoted to the associate professor in her department with the University of Kentucky. She's now seeing patients at Quantum Healthcare in Hazard, Kentucky, the clinic where she began her profession. While walk-ins are welcome, you can also call the clinic to schedule an appointment with Dr. Fran Hughes.
Hey you, it's me, Marcello. Are you looking for a great place to eat lunch or a dinner? Now go right now to Hot Rods. They have delicious pizza, cheese sticks, spaghetti, wings, a salad bar, and more. You can eat in, carry out, or get a delivery from 4 great locations: Heineman, Hazard, Allen, and Betsy Lane. That's a Hot Rods. It's the best place to
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Just want to watch the game.
That turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
Mother, and it give Breathitt County all kinds of fits. That 2-3 zone, Jamie. I've bragged on it, for the last couple of weeks. The Patriots pride themselves on defense, and they put on a clinic in that second quarter.
I agree with that, and I also agree with one of the comments made in our comment section. Mr. Zach Mullen says Knott is doing a great job keeping them out of the paint.
Yeah.
Breathitt's got to find a way to get to the middle of that zone. I would agree with that 1,000%, Zach Mullins. Reagan Combs says we love our number 11. And then Dustin Hayes says Jaden Huff doing what he wants. He played pretty good, Dustin. There's no doubt about that, brother.
Bobcats will have the ball to start the second half as Hamilton inbound it to Spurry. Spurry across the timeline. Patriots still in this 2-3 zone defense, and Spurry goes down, lays it up, and he's going to be fouled by Michael Gibson right out of the gate.
Zach talked about it, and you and I did as well off the air. Breathitt has to get something in the middle, and then they've also then got to free up the outside shot for Bellamy. He's got to get some buckets in this third quarter.
Yeah, him, Bellamy, or Hamilton's got to get in the scorebook. Spurry's free throw up, no good. Spurry is 2 for 3 on the night. Here comes Drake with it as he walks it across the timeline. No hurry at all. Over to Haddix. Haddix into Huff. Huff goes baseline. Nobody blocked him off. He lays it up and good.
That's too easy if you're Breathitt County. You don't want Huff to be able to get to the rim that easy. Puts his team back up 10, 32-22.
Spurry with it. He's double teamed. Kicks it over to Gross. Gross to Hamilton. Back to Spurry. Inside the 30. He lays it up, and we're going to have another foul. And let's see, this one's on, and it's going to be on.
I believe, brother.
Michael
No,
Gibson.
you're right, Michael Gibson.
And that's going to be Gibson's third. As Reed comes off the bench to check in. Braxton Turry will go to the free throw line. Turry's free throw on the way and good. Reed checks in for Gibson.
Free throw gets it back to single digits, 32-23, 7:19 to play. Knott County leading, Breathitt County at the line.
Turry's free throw up and good. He's got a interesting free throw shot. He don't put the ball up until all the way into Reed. Reed ball fakes, lays it up and blocked by Spurry, but they're going to say goaltending.
Give Braxton Reed the bucket. Beautiful pass to Reed.
Yeah, somebody lost their defense assignment. That's what Coach Honeycutt and his entire staff is telling somebody. Reed was too wide open.
Coach Casey Huff says, get your hands up, be active. Active hands. He'll say that 10 times a game. That one off the mark. Breathitt trying to get to an offensive board, and they do.
Hamilton steps into a three, leaves it short. And we're going to have a foul on Jaden Huff away from the ball. And he got caught with an elbow. And so that's going to be Jaden Huff's second.
If I'm Breathitt, I go right back at him. Let this play develop so you can go straight back at him. Spurry splits through there, but Huff with a steal.
And it's loose on the floor. Hamilton is away with it. Chance Ambergy is going to pick up the foul.
Coach Huff felt like there was just as much contact on the
Yeah, and I believe
on
he's
the
right.
pass, and I agree with him, man.
He's got an argument.
I do. I agree with you, Coach Huff. 34-24. I know, James, everybody expects me and you to be big Patriot fans, but now let me say this. Breathitt County probably is our second or third best viewership.
Hamilton into Spurry. Beautiful pass into Spurry.
But at the end of the night, we're going to call it like we see it. Spurry with a beautiful move there for the Bobcats.
Flown across the timeline. Out to Huff. Huff looking to make a move, and he does. Pulls up from 6, floater, and good.
Can't guard him one-on-one, man. That's no disrespect to anybody. You're just not going to be able to guard Jaden Huff, though, one-on-one.
Huff was 19. Spurry with it. He kicks it up to Hamilton. Back to Spurry. Spurry goes down, goes against Reed. Floats it from 6, up and good.
Breathitt got to have stops, though, James.
Yeah, you can't trade baskets.
No, sir. Huff's going to walk it up and play that point forward, James.
Yeah, here comes Huff. Across the timeline, guarded by Terry. Kicks it over to Haddix. Haddix out to Sloan. Sloan gets a screen by Reed. Looking to make a move. Kicks it over to Chance Ambergy. Ambergy back out to Haddix here top the key. 5:40 to go. Patriots lead 36-28. Huff with it. Over to Sloan. Sloan 3 wide open. Air ball way short. Out to Spurry. Over to Bellamy. Bellamy make a move. Kicks it up. Hamilton 3 on the way. No good. Nobody blocked out Gross. Bellamy 3 on the way. Too hard. Nobody blocked out Gross again. He's all over the place. Bellamy goes in. Out to Gross. Spurry gets it. Reset the offense.
Hamilton. Breathitt playing too hard not to be getting something for it, man.
Gross. Over to Bellamy. Bellamy goes baseline out to Hamilton. Hamilton inside to Turry. Turry spins, lays it up. No good. 5 foot underneath. Breathitt County comes away with it, and basket is good by Gannon Gross. That young man earned both of those points.
You are not kidding, man. 3 offensive rebound on that trip. 36-30. Knott County with a basketball and a 6-point lead.
And Coach Huff
may need him a timeout. Momentum has swung, man. Breathitt gets a bucket here in this building. Might not hold this crowd's noise.
As Connor Napier checks in for Jaden Huff. Here comes Hamilton with it across the timeline. 36-30, 4:28, third period. Hamilton back tip by Sloan. Good defense by Drake. Drake wanting to go down. Nearly stolen away. He gets it out to Haddix. Haddix ball fakes into Sloan. Sloan wide open, and we're going to have a timeout by Coach Huff. Good timeout. Good timeout by Coach Huff.
As he takes it, we will as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Did you know that one of the top rural health clinics in the state is right in your back door? Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky has been given the title of the largest rural health system in Kentucky. In addition, Primary Care is the 3rd largest rural health system in the nation and the 4th largest employer in Perry County. Call today to schedule an appointment at our Hazard, Hindman, Vico, or Hayden locations. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Jaden Huff checks back into the ball game.
What Coach Huff done there, James, he got him a little extra time. He took him out, then left him over for just about a 30-second break, and then he called a timeout and got him another 30. Trying to give his big man just a little bit of an advantage with his legs here.
Napier's going to inbound it for the Patriots underneath their own goal. Gets it into Huff in the far corner. Out to Drake. Drake over to Huff. Right in front of Coach Casey Huff. And Patriots are asking for a clear out. Huff pulls up from 16 too hard. Tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by the Bobcats. It'll stay with the Patriots.
Knott County in the maroon. Breathitt in the home white. 4 minutes to play in the third. 36-30. And here comes the media timeout. I thought we'd have to have one of those. As they take it, we will as well. James Sandlin called that one. We'll be back in 60 seconds right here on the Killer Bee WKCB.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is proud to sponsor tonight's sporting event. Nelson Frazier has the highest quality American-made funeral products, cremation services, mausoleum, and memorial markers, all with a family budget in mind. With 3 chapels located in Hyman, Martin, and now in Prestonsburg. Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is local people serving local families.
On streets of glory.
Third quarter. Patriots lead by 6, 36-30. I'm James Sandler, Jamie Youth. Tyler Wolf back to station for the Killer Bee. Napier going to inbound underneath their own basket. Out to Huff. Huff gives it to Haddix. Haddix out to Napier. Napier spins away, gives it over to Sloan. Sloan to Napier, over to Haddix on the near side. Haddix back out to Drake. Over to Huff. Huff to Sloan. To Haddix. Haddix pulls up from 13. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Sweet shot there for Hunter Haddix. Puts his team up 8, 38-30. Knott County leading on the road. Breathitt with a basketball.
Hamilton with it. And he kicks it into Turry. Turry over to Spurry into Gross. Gross lays it up and good.
Boy, nice pass, Gross. And the big man having himself a good game.
Absolutely for the Bobcats. 32-38, 3:09 to go, third quarter. Drake with it, going to be picked up by Bellamy as he crosses the timeline. Double teamed over to Huff. Sloan. Out near the timeline. Wanting to give it up to Huff. He gives it up to Jaden. Jaden comes near side, gives it back to Drake. As the Patriots go in this motion offense over to Napier. Napier back to Drake, over to Haddix. Haddix thought about it, pulls it back down. Gives it to Reed, top of the key. Reed over to Drake, 2:31 to go. And that's going to be a foul on Haddix.
He gets whistled for the foul. It's a big trip for Breathitt. 38-32, 2:28 to play in the third. Bobcats got a chance to get it as close as it's been in a long time for them, James.
Yeah, Chance Sandberg checks back into the ball game. Reed goes out. As Spurry gets the call from Coach Honeycutt.
Knott still in that 2-3 zone. They throw it down low, turns, puts it up, and it's good. 2 more for the big man.
Braxton Terry has got 7. Cuts the lead to 4, 38-34. Here comes Sloan with it against Bellamy. Over to Napier. Napier to Huff. Huff goes in, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. And that foul's going to be on number 12. Braxton Terry, his second. As Chance Sandberg inbound in underneath his own basket. Nope, Connor Napier. Coach Huff switched the inbound player.
Kind of surprised that wasn't a shooting foul, man.
And Huff better be careful. And let's see who this one's on. And this foul is going to be on Jaden Huff of the Patriots. Huff better be real careful.
That's his third, man. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 perhaps.
It should be, that's the 15th foul on Knott, so.
That 2-shot, 1-and-1.
Yeah, Breathitt County should be using the new foul shot rule here. As Mr. Fairchild is having a conversation with the Patriots on this
Well,
end.
it was an offensive foul. So I'm still not sure. Then Breathitt may have to throw it in, James. If you're Knott County, do you leave Huff out there? He's playing the 5, but he's playing the 5 spot. I might at least slide him over.
Here comes Spurry with it across the timeline. He's going to go in right at Jaden Huff, and he spins, and that's going to be a charge on Spurry.
The Breathitt County faithful do not like that
and they've
call.
got a reason not to like that call. They've got a reason.
They'll take it. Drake Sloan with the basketball for Knott Central. Breathitt has picked them up man-to-man now as they cross the half-court line.
Over to Huff. Huff to Chance Sandberg. Back to Huff. And we're going to have a foul on number 12, and that's going to be Terry's third. This ball game's starting to get a little chippy, Jamie, out on the floor. Huff inbounds it to Haddix all the way in the backcourt. Haddix brings it across timeline over to Drake Sloan. Over to Napier. Napier back to Sloan. 1:21 to go, third period. Jaden with it, looking to make a move, and that's going to be Terry's 4th foul.
Oh, my, he picked up a big one if that's on him, man.
And Coach Honeycutt's just leaning against the score table now.
They have it as his third.
I don't think him or Coach Huff, either one, likes the way this game's been called the last 2.5 minutes.
That's
Napier inbounds it to Huff. Huff loses it out to Spurry. Spurry goes up, dunks it home.
1:12 to play, guys, and that shows you again how big he is. Mr. Big Time cuts it to 2, 38-36.
Drake with it, going against it. Into Amberg. Amberg, he looks to kick it out to Napier. Napier ball fakes, comes near free throw line, lays it up, no good. And Jaden Huff comes with a rebound out to Haddix. Haddix goes up and lays up, no good. That's got to be a foul on Breathitt County. As Spurry went over the back on Chance Sandbergy.
45.9 seconds to play, and you can tell by the roar of the crowd, the Bobcats don't like that call. Won't matter. Knott County will go to the line for 2, a chance to make it a 2-possession ball game.
That is Spurry's 3rd foul, and Haddix will go to the line. Haddock's free throw on its way up and good. Haddock's 2 for 3 tonight. Second free throw on the way up and good. Haddock's has got 9. 45 seconds to go, 4-point ball game, 36-40. Patriots in a 2-3. Spurry brings it across the timeline.
Coach Honeycutt going to be content with maybe holding it for one. He's went and talked to the referee. He may ask for a timeout at about 12 seconds. Let's see if I'm right here.
22 seconds. As Honeycutt, he just strolls down the, the sideline.
Calm, cool, and collective.
13 seconds. Here comes Spurry. And we've got something on the floor. The horn blew because there's stuff on the floor.
Still yet, James, you don't do that. You can't
Well,
do
I didn't
that.
have a choice. There's pop bottles on the court. You got to blow it, player safety.
The official got to stop the clock, though.
The officials wasn't watching.
Oh, I don't know about that one, brother.
Spurry with
from
9
teams.
seconds. Comes baseline, goes up against Sloan, looking to spin out to Hamilton. Hamilton 3 on the way, and good. And that's Jackson Hamilton's first 3 of the ball game. 39-40, 8 minutes away. Jamie Hughes, you're listening to the Killer Bee on 107.1 back in 16.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is proud to sponsor tonight's sporting event. Nelson Frazier has the highest quality American-made funeral products, cremation services, mausoleums, and memorial markers, all with a family budget in mind. With 3 chapels located in Hyman, Martin, and now in Prestonsburg. Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is local people serving local families.
On streets of glory.
KCB 107.1 and Hometown Sports Corner. Man, we're so glad all of you tuned in. 39-40, James. It's been just like we thought it would be, man.
You're absolutely right. As the Patriots will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. 8 minutes away as Mr. Fairchild more stuff is getting thrown onto the court, Jamie. That's what I was talking about. You can't have stuff coming onto the court.
This is like it was back in the 90s, brother.
I'm telling you. 14th region atmosphere. Here comes Sloan with it. Inbounds it for the Patriots. Drake goes far side, gives it up to Haddox. Probably should have got a foul called there. Haddox, guarded by Hamilton, kicks it over to Sloan. Sloan backpedals against Spurry. He's got 3. Over to Huff. I'd give it to Huff and go back at
whoever.
Turry, he's got 4 by
Whoever's
my
guarding him. I'd give it to Huff one-on-one, man. If they're going to play me man.
Sloan with it. Gets through the double screen. 7:24 to go. Breathitt County fans coming to their feet clapping. Coach Huff giving the play. And stolen away. Out to Spurry. Spurry goes up, lays it in. Bobcats with a 1-point lead. Spurry got
James
21.
Turner down there with a camera. Got that one. I guarantee you we'll be able to share that picture later on as Spurry throwed that one over the rim and his team leads 41-40.
Over to Sloan. Sloan wanting to come baseline against Spurry. Gives it to Huff. Huff goes in, pulls up from 14. No good. Rebounded by Turry of the Bobcats. Spurry all the way ahead to Hamilton, who just hit a 3. Pulls up from 12 on the baseline, and good.
Spurry had the presence of mind to run up there and get that one. Bellamy jumps over and hits Sloan. Sloan goes to the deck.
Bellamy picks up his second foul.
First foul of the quarter. They reset to fouls, of course, now in Kentucky high school basketball. James's favorite rule?
No, I don't like that rule at all.
The
If you're going to do the rule, it needs to go back to the bonus. 1 and 1, not 2 shots.
And then the fact they reset them, man, I'm starting to not like that part either. But right now, Knott County has the basketball down 3. Breathitt's turned it up a tad bit offensively. Huff to the rim.
And going to be a foul on Bobcats, number 20, Gannon Gross. I've got that's his first. Going to send Jaden Huff to the line. Huff is a 54% free throw shooter. Jaden's free throw up and good. Huff is just a matchup nightmare.
He is, man, for a lot of people.
Huff knocks down both of them. He's got 21 on the night, 2 for 3 from the line. Here comes Spurry with it. 43-42 Bobcats. Spurry pulls up free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Jaden Huff. Huff ahead to Ambergy. Ambergy wanting to go in. He spins. Can't get free. Kicks it out to Sloan. Sloan thought about it from the free throw line. Backs it back out and gives it to Haddix. Haddix back to Sloan. Near the Bobcat marker at half court. 5:49 to go. Excellent ball game both ways tonight. Bobcats with that 1-point lead, 43-42 over to Haddix near side. Patriots going right to left on the radio dial over to Ambergy. Huff wide open. And he goes in, he lays it up and good.
Couple guys in foul trouble for Breathitt.
Yeah.
Causes them to have to play a little more conservative, and then Huff makes a beautiful move on top of it.
Patriots take the 1-point lead again. Into Turry. Turry far side Bellamy. 3 on the way and good.
Listen to the crowd at home. If you're not here, listen to them over our microphones. 46-42. Breathitt County just went back on top by 2.
Coach Casey Huff takes a timeout, and he takes a full timeout. As he does, we will also. We're back in 60 seconds.
Nelson Frazier, you need a fresh start. Proud to sponsor tonight's sporting event. Nelson Frazier has the highest quality American-made funeral products, cremation services, mausoleum, and memorial markers, all with a family budget in mind. With 3 chapels located in Hyman, Martin, and now in Prestonsburg. Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is local people serving local families.
On streets of glory.
If your car's in a mess, take it to the best. That's Hometown Garage, located in Pine Top, Kentucky. Buster Sloan and Donnie Combs have been in the business for years, and we promise you that if the job satisfies them, it will you. For free estimates, pickups, and deliveries locally, you can call them at 606-276-1171. That's Hometown Garage.
On a 3-pointer from Isaac Bellamy, 46-44. As Huff inbounds it to Sloan. Sloan over to Ambergy. Ambergy gives it up to Jaden Huff to Reed, top of the key. Back to Drake Sloan. To Haddix, wide open 3, near corner and good. You can't leave Haddix open.
Hunter Haddix, the senior, lives for these big moments. He sank that one, puts Knott County back in the driver's seat, 47-46.
Curry's free throw on the way, rebounded by Hamilton, and Hamilton goes up, puts it back up, no good. And Hamilton gets the rebound, puts it back up, no good. And we're going to have a jump ball, and it'll stay with Breathitt County.
Everything becomes bigger, don't it, James Sandlin?
Everything. Hamilton looking inbound at Patriots lead by 147-46. All the way out to Spurry near the timeline. Austin into Turry, near side to Bellamy. Bellamy thought about it, pulls it back down, kicks it into Turry, free throw line. Blocked by Reed. And that's going to be a foul on Gannon Gross, as he's cramping. And you see Bellamy and him trying to get it out. He'll have to come out of the ball game.
Well, he will, James, and this gives Knott County and Breathitt both a chance to huddle up and talk one more moment, man.
Joseph Honeycutt will come off the bench to check in. As Gannon Gross will go out. The young man's had a big night. Hopefully he's our own sideline.
Athletic director and football coach down here, Kyle Moore, having to dry up a few spots. Boy, he's just a man of many talents.
Man, his mommy was a heck of a lady, Coach Peggy Moore. She was a legend down here in Breathitt County and one of my all-time favorite people before her passing.
Patriots were the lead, James. They'll be more conservative with the basketball, perhaps.
Not with this much time on it. You got to play. 4:10 to go. Patriots lead by 1, 47-46. Chance Sandberg is going to get called with a charge. I think Chance just got caught in no man's land. He didn't have anywhere to go.
Look
Hamilton.
at Spurry. Look at Spurry. Spurry directing traffic before they ever throw the ball in. Putting everybody where he wants them. Knott County in that 2-3. They've stayed with it. Why not?
Spurry goes in, lays it up and good. He's got 23 on the night. Here comes Sloan with it.
Breathitt goes back up by 1, 48-47. Spurry almost has half of their points, man.
Over to Jaden. Drake getting a screen by Jaden. To Chance Hamburgie. Hamburgie to Haddix, who just hit a big 3. Hunter over to Drake Sloan on the far side. To Hamburgie in the far corner. He pulls it back out to Drake. 3:30 to go. Fourth quarter.
Coach Honeycutt out at half court.
Drake spins, kicks it over to Hamburgie. He kicks it back out to Sloan. Back out to Haddix, near the timeline, over to Huff. Huff looking to make a move, kicks it over to Hamburgie. 3 on the way, and good.
How many games this year have we seen him do that, man? Wow.
Big time player, steps up, big
11.
time moment for Chance Hamburgie. Gives the Patriots back a 2-point lead, 48-50. Spurry looking to make a move, and he's going to be fouled. And that's going to be on Haddix. It's going to be Hunter Haddix's third. As we have a full timeout call. Let's step away for 30 seconds. We're just to the killer bee.
Hey you, it's me, Marcello. Are you looking for a great place to eat lunch or a dinner? Now go right now to Hot Rods. They have delicious pizza, cheese sticks, spaghetti, wings, a salad bar, and more. You can eat in, carry out, or get a delivery from 4 great locations. Heineman, Hazard, Allen, and Betsy Lane. That's a Hot Rods. It's the best place this side of Italy. Mwah!
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader. Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at
Expected it to be Jamie Hughes.
Yes, indeed, man. Don't have to hype this one up. If you're not excited about this one, you're probably in the wrong sport as a player. Coaches, media, all of us fans having a ball here. Somebody in the comment section says, you guys got to speak louder. I can't hear you over the roar of the crowd. There's no problem with that. I just about soon you hear that. Spurry's free throw is good.
Spurry's got 24 on the night. 49-50. Spurry, second one, lets it fly. We're all tied up. We've played 3.5 quarters. We ain't settled a thing. Hamburgie inbounds it to Sloan. Sloan guarded by Bellamy, full length of the court. We make it across the timeline, 2:48 to go, 50-50. Chance Hamburgie, who just hit the big time 3 from the near corner, out to Sloan. Sloan over to Jaden Huff. Huff looking to make a move, kicks it over to Napier. Napier 3, wide open. Too hard, rebounded by the Bobcats to Hamilton. Over to Spurry across the timeline. Patriots still in his 2-3 defense. And Spurry goes in, and we're going to have a charge on Spurry.
Oh my, the Breathitt County fans don't like that one, man. 50-50. That's about the chance I had of getting a biology question right when you and I was at Knott Central. I had a 50-50 chance. Right now, 2:24 to play. We're tied up. Right here from Jackson, Kentucky.
Austin Spurry picks up his 4th foul.
I know the coaches don't like to, but sometimes you got to play for that overtime too, don't you, man?
Absolutely, in a game like this, you've got to. Here comes Drake with it. Walks it across the timeline. Guarded by Bellamy. Gives it up to Napier. All tied up at 50 with 2:09 to go, 4th period. Sloan, Breathitt County's pep section, starts a clapping cheer as Hamburger goes down, can't get away. Over to Sloan. Sloan looking to get a screen by Jaden Huff. To Huff. Huff wanting to make a move. And he goes up with it, no good. And Spurry comes down with it. 1:37 to go, 4th quarter. Spurry over to Hamilton. Hamilton 3 on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And Breathitt County takes the 3-point lead. Hamilton didn't have a point in the first half, Jamie, and he's picked up 9 here in the 4th quarter.
As he hit it, James, let's keep it here. Coach Honeycutt's went to a full timeout. Breathitt just went up 53-50. If you're Knott County Central, you're putting the ball in Jaden Huff's hands and telling everybody get out of his way. He's going to go one-on-one. If you're Breathitt, you got to look Spurry in the eyes and say, should this thing go to overtime, we're going to need you. Play smart. Don't pick up that 5th foul with 1:30 to go.
Yeah, I think you put Spurry on the outside. You try to keep him away from the ball handlers. You know, you want to keep him away from Huff. You want to keep him away from anywhere in the middle. You got to look at Terry and Gannon Gross and say, look, you two got to have it in the middle. The only problem is for Breathitt County is that Braxton Turry has got 4 fouls as well. Knott County don't have anybody with 4. The foul trouble they've got is Michael Gibson with 3, Jaden Huff with 3, and Hunter Haddix with 3.
James, we do want to say one more time, thanks to Coach Jeff Honeycutt and Coach Moore for allowing us to come down and bring this to the folks at home. We appreciate each and every one of you that have tuned us in on the radio dial, and those watching us on Facebook and YouTube. You keep it right there where you're at. We'll be here for the next 1:30 seconds as Knott County has to get it in. They do.
To Napier. Napier back to Drake Sloan. Drake guarded by Hamilton. 1:24 to go, 4th quarter. Drake comes near side. They run a motion offense for Haddix. Haddix over to Sloan. Sloan to Haddix. Haddix 3 wide open. In and out, rebounded by Spurry. And the foul's going to be, I think, on Napier. Yeah, they're going to give that on Connor Napier. That's just a basketball play.
1:08 to play, though. Now, if you're Knott County, you got to have the ball, right, brother?
Yeah, a good substitution here by Coach Huff to get Reed in. Now he goes big with Huff, Reed, and Chance underneath.
Patriots right now, James, with only 3 team fouls, too. Should they have to foul, they'd need one more. So
under a minute, Spurry over to Hamilton. Back to Spurry.
I'd trap Spurry, make him give the ball up.
Spurry guarded by Sloan, and Drake's going to pick up a foul, and that's going to be Drake's 3rd.
I don't think it's a bad foul, though, James. Again, now you're in the spot where you foul whom you want and put them at the line if it comes down to the point where you'd want to do that.
Absolutely. Hamilton going to inbound it. If you're Bellamy, you want to get it to Bellamy. He's probably your 2nd best free throw shooter. He goes down over to Turry, back to Spurry with 45 seconds to go. And they double teamed out to Turry, back to Spurry. And Coach Honeycutt takes a timeout.
Excellent timeout there for the veteran ball coach. As he takes it, let's take this one back in 30 seconds right here on the Killer Bee, WKCB.
Just want to watch the game.
That turn on the ceiling fan, use the gray remote, hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
Hyman Funeral Services also provides a professional, respectful disinterment and reinterment service that would allow you to move your loved one to the beautiful Mountain Memory Gardens in Hyman, where the grave site will never go unmowed and uncared for again. Mountain Memory Gardens provides beautiful grave plots that can be reserved for every family member. Bethel Mausoleum also offers the most state-of-the-art crypts in Kentucky, should you prefer to have a final resting place other than in-ground burial. All these decisions can be made in advance, too, so you can relieve your family of the burden of wondering what you would.
Hamilton will go to the line. He's a 68% free throw shooter. 37.4, and that foul is going to be on Jaden Huff. No, I'm sorry, that foul's on Hunter Haddix.
James, he got to make one of these to make it a two-possession game, but with a new rule, he gets two regardless. First one is good. He said, I'm not thinking about one, Mr. Hughes. I'm making both of them. He puts his team up 54-50.
Hamilton's got 10 here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw up and good. Makes it a 5-point ball game, and Coach Huff takes a 30-second timeout. Let's leave it right here.
James, as he takes this, of course, he's reminding them now, this is the point in the game in which you got to say, okay, guys, we need 2 buckets. It don't have to be a 3. We'll take the quickest bucket.
But we got to go quick.
But we got to go quick.
Yeah.
Second thing, as an assistant coach, you're reminding everybody where you want the ball, how many timeouts you've got, and also what you're doing next. You got to be 2 steps ahead. Yes, I want to score, but then I'm fouling just as quick as I can after we make it.
If you're the Patriots, my game plan will be give it to Huff and go straight to the goal.
Well, but you want to remind Huff not to lower his shoulders. He needs to pull up and hit that jumper here. Let's see what they've got. Breathitt's going to pick them up. Not totally full court man-to-man, but they got a lot of pressure on this side of the court.
Here comes Drake Sloan with it, running across the timeline right to left. Napier with it. He gets cleared, he lays it up, and he missed it. Rebounded Jaden Huff, and he missed it. Gets his own rebound, lays it back up, and he missed it. Gets his own rebound, lays it up, and good. Huff's a battler, man. And the basket's going to be good. And they called the foul on
number 12.
Number 12 of Breathitt County, Braxton Church. So that's his 4th. I already had him with 4, so I missed one somewhere. So Jaden Huff's got 25 on the night, unofficially.
If you're Breathitt, James, you got to box out here. Huff's at the line. You wouldn't want to give Knott County the long rebound.
Jaden's free throw up and good. Patriots are going to full court press. Spurry into Turry, back to Spurry across the timeline. And Jaden Huff's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be his 4th. That's all Jaden can do. Jaden did exactly what he needed to.
Had to do it, man, but is that, you said his 4th?
Yeah. So Huff and Haddix were 4.
20.3 seconds, and you can write them down. These 2 are good. So now you play yourself down 4.
Well, you need at least one of them.
He got both of them. This is Spurry. Watch it. Nothing but the bottom here. Oh, I might have jinxed him.
You did jinx him.
Wow. James, 90% did you say earlier tonight?
Yeah, no. Spurry is at 81%.
Well, he left one there, and the door's open for Knott County now. They must have had 2 timeouts because they're going to make him think about that second one and get everybody on the same page. He makes it. Do you have to have the 3 on the other end, down 3?
No, but you got to go quick. You got to go and you got to foul quick. So we'll leave it right here as they take a full timeout. 20.3 seconds to go. Breathitt County Bobcats lead the Knott County Central Patriots by the score of 55-53 in what's been a physical ball game, but a good ball game, Jamie.
Nobody has left, James, and again, I'm just trying to give everybody an idea what a massive crowd on this side of the gymnasium and a nice crowd on the other side. We're so glad that all of you have tuned in here. 20.3 seconds, 55-53. Breathitt County leading by 2. Over in the huddle, both coaches giving their teams the final instructions as the horn sounds. And Austin Spurry will come back and shoot one more big free throw.
However, this one winds up my hat's off to both clubs, both coaches, Coach Honeycutt and Coach Huff. And I am already looking forward to 14th Region tournament action here in about 3 weeks.
All this done, James, has got us excited, got us fired up, ready to go for that tournament. Both teams do have a timeout. Spurry takes one dribble. Free throw is in
missed
and
it.
out.
Patriots got a chance. Here comes Huff, 17 seconds. And he lays it up. No good. Rebounded by the Bobcats. Spurry with it. And he is fouled. And I don't know how there wasn't a foul called on this end.
Foul going to be on number 11, Chance Ambergy. Chance's third. Chance had to.
Yeah.
And now Spurrier go down, James. He just missed 2, but he got a chance to put all that behind him. He could seal the deal here with both of them, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. He go down. I don't know how that there wasn't a foul called on the other end, but there was. Spurry's free throw on the way and good. Spurry with 26 on the night. Makes it a 3-point lead.
Coach Honeycutt going to bring them all back. Make sure nobody picks up a foul. Spurry at the line for one more.
And it's good.
Coach Honeycutt wanted a timeout, didn't get it. Knott County's got it, 8 seconds.
Drake over to Ambergy, 3 on the way, no good. And that's how we'll end this ball game. The Breathitt County Bobcats 57, the Knott County Central Patriots 53. And we'll be back in 60 seconds to wrap this one up here from the Coliseum in Jackson. Just to the Killer Bee on 107.1.
Hicks Brothers Construction knows that times are tough and your money is hard to come by. That's why they pledge to always do the job right the first time. Specializing in backhoe work, septic systems, house seats, and road work. No job is too big or too small. Hicks Brothers Construction, a name you know you can count on. Call 606-785-4838. That's Hicks Brothers Construction.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
To that tournament. All we done was started the tournament early, my friend.
Yeah, you're right. The atmosphere here in the Coliseum was rocking for the entire ball game for 36 minutes. The officials did a good job keeping control of the ball game.
And James, I'm going to say this. I felt like both teams kept their emotions in check pretty well, man. For a game as heated as this was, a lot of times you got to understand at home, this is still yet teenage kids. They play with a lot of heart sometimes on their sleeves. Both teams really wanted this one, and I don't feel like that. Yes, Knott County wanted to win, but you can't hang your head. This is a pretty good performance, man, for a regular season game.
It's a great game. For both ball clubs, you know, this is what you want. Being 3 weeks out, you want this kind of atmosphere. And Coach Casey Huff, he'll use this as his advantage. This one stings. But I think this is going to make the Patriots even hungrier for 3 weeks. Now they're going to feel like it's redemption going into the 14th Region Tournament, you know, and any time that you can use whatever you can for that little bit more motivation going into the Region Tournament. And Coach Casey Huff, he does a good job doing that. Coach Honeycutt, he's going to build off this. He's going to have his team more confident.
If you're Coach Hoskins at Purry, Coach Holland at Hazard, one of those coaches in the other district, what do you get from this game?
Well, I think if you're looking at a Breathitt County ball club, you see how effective that Knott Central's 2-3 zone was against Breathitt, and vice versa. If you're looking against Knott, you see, Breathitt played man-to-man the entire ball game, physical man-to-man. And so you look at it that way, but now my hat's off to both clubs. They went in at halftime, and they both made the changes necessary for this game. And like I said, a call here, a call there, a shot here, a shot there. It could very easily Knott Central win by 4.
For those of you tuning in late, Breathitt led this by 10. Knott County come from 10 down to lead it by 10. Okay? And then Breathitt had to come from 10 down to win this one. It was a game of runs, and a lot of times it's who got the last run leaves with a W.
Absolutely. So it was a very good ball game. It's what we thought it would be. But we'll break down the unofficial scores from tonight's ball game. We'll first start with the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Knott County Central Patriots. They's led in scoring by Jaden Huff. I've got unofficially with 25. Hunter Haddix had 12. Drake Sloan with 5. Braxton Reed with 4. Chance Ambergy 3. Connor Napier 3. And the Patriots was 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Breathitt County comes in here and led by Austin Spurry with 27 points. He was 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Jackson Hamilton with 11 points, all 11 those in the fourth quarter. Gannon Gross with 10. Braxton Terry with 7. Isaac Bellamy with 3. And the Bobcats was 10 of 13 from the line. So good free throw shooting from both clubs. A physical ball club. Jamie, this is the atmosphere and the kind of game that you expect here in about 3 weeks in the region tournament in Powell County.
James, I agree 100% with that, man. Of course, we feel confident that these two teams will get an opportunity to perhaps meet again. I feel good about both of these teams advancing on to the regional tournament. I like Hazard's chances of going, of course, along with Purry Central. I would not count Leslie out of that district just yet. I like Wolfe County and Breathitt here. Powell and Estill down on the other end. Knott and Letcher. If PD gets to play, if Letcher's Dixon don't get a play, still it could be an upset there. But the bottom line, guys, it's been a long time since I have seen district tournaments have more meaning than what these district tournaments will have. You want to win your district to avoid playing some of these other runners-up, man.
Yo, you're exactly right. It's going to be a matchup game, and when they go into that meeting after the district tournament, there'll be some fingers crossed over who draws who. Either way, I expect it to be a fantastic region tournament.
Oh, I do too, man. One final time, let me remind you guys, the regional tournament will be at Powell County for the boys. We did confirm, James did last night, that the district for Knott County will be in Hyman. Cordia will host. There have been some rumors about it possibly being at their high school gymnasium there in Hyman, but no, it will be held at Knott County Central High School. James, we play all of next week and a couple games Monday and Tuesday nights, and then it'll be district tournament time for me and you, man.
Yeah, it's a good time. I mean, we're shortly out, but I'm James Sandlin with Jamie Hughes. Mr. Tyler Wolf, as always, does a great job back at the station on the control panels. Breathitt County wins this one. And this Sunday, I'll go ahead and do it now. If you got nowhere to go to church on Sunday, join us at Montgomery Baptist at 11 o'clock on West 550, or at 2 o'clock you can join Jamie Hughes at Lighthouse Baptist. I'm James Sandler with Jamie Hughes. Tyler Wolf, have a great night and be safe on the way home. God bless.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Hyman Funeral Services also provides a professional, respectful disinterment and reinterment service that would allow you to move your loved one to the beautiful Mountain Memory Gardens in Hyman, where the grave site will never go unmowed and uncared for again. Mountain Memory Gardens provides beautiful grave plots that can be reserved for every family member. Bethel Mausoleum also offers the most state-of-the-art crypts in Kentucky, should you prefer to have a final resting place other than in-ground burial. All these decisions can be made in advance too, so you can relieve your family of the burden of wondering what you would want. Give us a call today at 606-785-3133. Hyman Funeral Service offers this complete package.
Nestled in the mountains of Appalachia, along the Purpose Road, is a hidden gem, Alice Lloyd College. For 100 years, ALC has been providing opportunities.
Opportunity to learn from the best.
Opportunity to work for my education.
Opportunity to serve my community.
Opportunity to become a leader. Opportunity to find my life's purpose.
Apply now to find your purpose at Alice Lloyd College.
Hicks Brothers Construction knows times are and your money is hard to come by. That's why they pledge to always do the job right the first time. Specializing in backhoe work, septic systems, house seats, and road work. No job is too big or too small. Hicks Brothers Construction, a name you know you can count on. Call 606-785-4838. That's Hicks Brothers Construction.
Addiction is a disorder. We treat and we manage addiction like any other disorder. The issue touched me when I start seeing more and more young families fighting addiction, start having babies born with an addiction issue. When we have a great outcome, when we see that person coming back on their feet, working and producing and providing for their families. That's the best outcome. It makes you feel that you're doing something right.
Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court is happy to once again be sponsoring another event featuring our Knott County youth. Judge Executive Dobson and the members of the Knott Fiscal Court encourage you to support all our Knott County youth in all of their academic and athletic endeavors. That positive reinforcement means the world to these student athletes. This reminder from Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson and the Knott County Fiscal Court.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hyman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hyman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hyman. Log on to www.bankofhyman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Dr. Fran Hughes is a graduate of Alice Lloyd College and Pikeville's osteopathic medicine. Dr. Hughes has spent the last 12 years serving the people of Eastern Kentucky and was most recently promoted to an associate professor in her department with the University of Kentucky. She's now seeing patients at Quantum Healthcare in Hazard, Kentucky, the clinic where she began her profession. While walk-ins are welcome, you can also call the clinic to schedule an appointment with Dr. Fran Hughes.
Did you know that one of the top rural health clinics in the state is right in your back door? Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky has been given the title of the largest rural health system in Kentucky. In addition, Primary Care is the third largest rural health system in the nation and the fourth largest employer in Perry County. Call today to schedule an appointment at our Hazard, Hindman, Vicco, or Hyden locations. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Just want to watch the game. Dad, turn on the ceiling fan. Use the gray remote. Hit power, then input.
It's not working.
That's the silver one.
It might be difficult to understand what all the remotes on your coffee table do. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Next time, I'll just go to the game.
Hey you, it's me, Marcello. Are you looking for a great place to eat lunch or a dinner? Now go right now to Hot Rods. They have delicious pizza, cheese sticks, spaghetti, wings, a salad bar, and more. You can eat in, carry out, or get a delivery from 4 great locations. Heineman, Hazard, Allen, and Betsy Lane. That's a Hot Rods. It's the best place this side of Italy. Mwah!
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is proud to sponsor tonight's sporting event. Nelson Frazier has the highest quality American-made funeral products, cremation services, mausoleums, and memorial markers, all with a family budget in mind. With 3 chapels located in Hyman, Martin, and now in Prestonsburg. Nelson Frazier Funeral Home is local people serving local families.
On streets of glory.
If your car's in a mess, take it to the best. That's Hometown Garage, located in Pine Top, Kentucky. Buster Sloan and Donnie Combs have been in the business for years, and we promise you that if the job satisfies them, it will you. For free estimates, pickups, and deliveries locally, you can call them at 606-276-1171. That's Hometown Garage.